This week I thought I'd start off a little bit different and show you what was happening at the greenhouse at the beginning of the week. So the previous week a lot of stuff was I planted a bunch of stuff and a lot of things germinated and were looking great. And I always start things and keep them pretty small before they go on the ground. So this was pretty exciting that I was going to have a busy week planting stuff out. One of the things I needed to do with the squash and the cucumber was separate them out. I planted them multiple seeds per pod and many of them germinated, so I was just giving them each individual pot to grow before I plant them in the ground in May. This isn't that exciting to film, but I have to weed a lot in my garden. There's a lot of weeds that come up, so I spend some time weeding, and that's me doing that. I also spent some time trimming back this hops plant that my neighbor gave me. I've typically just kind of let it grow crazy every year, and this year I'm keeping the vines trimmed down to like 3 or 4. I cannot believe I'm putting more of this in here. I thought about leaving this out because you guys have seen me do this every week. This is me digging out more and more potatoes. So I hope at some point I will get to the point where I've gotten all my potatoes that are not supposed to be there and they're not there anymore. But a highlight was that we had great weather. A lot of things germinated as you saw at the beginning of the video. So I started planting a bunch of stuff out, and you see all the animals behind me keeping an eye on me. Here's what the rows look like today. The lettuces, they're looking like they're getting closer to harvest, which is awesome. A couple of the spinaches that made it and didn't get eaten down are growing in some of the new plants that I just put in the ground. And here's where the cabbages stand right now I've got a bunch more started. This is my row of cauliflower. It doesn't look like much. It's hard to see them. They're in there. They're a couple inches tall. You're looking at my beans there and then my potatoes in the background. Here is my beets, which I'm excited about. Even though the crows got them, quite a few still made it. Those are my raspberries coming up really thick and nice. Here's my peas and my broccoli. And finally, I'm getting ready to put more stuff in the ground, so here's some of my trays I have outside hardening off, my tomatoes and my cucumbers and squash. With every week, I will keep you guys updated.